me what the game plan is from Wang Qilin and Jersing Chet. By all means, don't lift if you can avoid it. And they are executing it to perfection right now.
Service over. 9-13.
Wide serve. Oh, wow, he was quick on that one.
Service over.
Well, I've noticed since this half, all four players, when they're serving, there's a few wide serves trying to throw their opponent off because they realise how important the serve situation is.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Service over. 11-14.
Nicely worked point by SHETTY. I think there will be some extra pressure on SHETTY to manage this, given that RANKIREDDY is not in full 100%.
Yeah, I would agree. It's not an easy role. Doing a good job here. I like the little soft pushes. Oh, that's nice. He was ready then. Excellent play from SHETTY. Very alert here. Oh, that soft one was nice.
Yeah. And then just good awareness.
Yeah.
Two-point game.
Service fault call. Too high.
Second service fault for SHETTY.
You serve it too high. You serve it too high. Service over.
Both of them now have been called on high serves.
That's
I know.
So you're giving away 3 points, but also every time you come up to serve, you
second guess, right?
You just think, when's the fault going to come? And that shifts your focus off what's happening. And considering the service situation has been so important, that's not a good
service over
thing to have.
13-15.
Didn't split the strings there. SHETTY got the shuttle to catch the tape and roll over. Apologizes straight away, but that was well intended, I think, in the sense that they needed that to go their way.
Service over.
I just got the feeling that RANKIREDDY is just not ready there. 3-point difference. Xu and Wang need 5 to take the advantage. And if they do, it'll be the first time against the RANKIREDDY and SHETTY that they take the opening game.
Excellent play.
Service over.
That's something actually I've seen there. What SHETTY did,
16.
maybe a solution to the flat game because they're coming off second best. Is those taking the pace out or taking the pace out and going out a bit wide. Because if they're challenging in this flat fast game at the moment, it could change. They are coming off second best.
Long. But I also think that it's such a fine balance.
17.
Where flat fast versus lifting too much against a pair that's so hard hitting.
Yeah, it's difficult. And
like how, you've got to find and navigate that.
Yeah, and it's all done in a blink of an eye as well. It's incredible decision making under such speed and pressure. Again, another slightly softer one. Shetty just taking the pace out.
15-17.
You can see Tan Kim Her constantly.
Yeah, he's there, he's signalling fast, fast, and then go soft. Don't try and take on the fast ones all the time.
Constantly feeding RANKIREDDY and SHETTY. A very different bench compared to the Chinese Taipei, and where Chen Hongling is just observing.
Service over.
I mean, many say it's a master stroke what Chen Hongling did when he put Wang Qilin and Li Yang together. When they retired. When he retired.
Yeah, when he retired, became coach. That's not an easy thing to go straight from retirement into coaching, especially when you're coaching players that you've just played with as well.
Thank you.
He's done a tremendous job.
Thank you, Rangers.
He was a very thoughtful player on court, technically excellent, but his smarts on court.
Thank you.
And he also knew the exact sort of partner Wang Qilin needed. You know, when he picked Li Yang up, because Li Yang was part of a very strong partnership with Li Zhehui.
He was, yes, you're correct. Yeah, and they were doing well.
So, you know, to break up a pair that's doing well, because he knew that those two would fit.
And I'm pretty sure
Service over.
they also split the pairing
16,
a year or
18.
before when the Olympics was supposed to happen. It was a big call to make, but one that massively paid off.
So, 2-point game, and Xu and Wang doing just what is needed to stay ahead. Since 5-all in this game, it's been Xu and Wang who've been in the lead.
Yeah, that's nice.
Service over.
That was punished by Wang Qilin.
19-16.
I absolutely love these kind of like fast drop down speed because everyone's trying not to lift too high. Because it's tighter, it has to come up through the front player, easier for Wang Qilin to intercept. He gave it full beans on that one.
Oh,
17.
it's now or never
19.
for RANKIREDDY or SHETTY in this opening game. They have the serve. We've seen that go one of two ways. Here comes lift.
Yeah, nice soft play again.
Oh, beautifully placed. It was all about placement there,
18,
not power
19.
by RANKIREDDY.
10.
Was Tan Kim Her the man responsible for getting RANKIREDDY and SHETTY together? And then Matthias Bo, of course, took them up a level.
Yeah, he did. I think he got them far more organised as a pair.
And now we have Tan Kim Her back, guiding them.
He's a very experienced coach, been all around the world, was in England actually when I was a player. He was the coach for the doubles team in England then.
And then Japan, of course.
Yeah.
When you had Kimura, Sunoda, and Watanabe Endo.
Service over.
So, 2 game points
20.
as the
Game
attack
point. 18.
stays with Xu and Wang. Haven't really allowed the Indians to go on a run here. Been very effective in getting the attack back.
It's the first time I've seen Wang Qilin lift on the third shot. That's a nice shot from RANKIREDDY. That's another.
Again.
Yeah.
Right. 1 game
Service
point
over.
save. They're playing clever,
19
the Indians,
points.
because it's not, like I said, it's not easy to find that balance.
Yeah, no, it isn't. No, they definitely the channels, out to the sides.
Trying to mix it up, but again, Xu and Wang have always just stayed ahead, and it's been more aggressive style that has kept them ahead.
Big pressure on this serve. He's done well there. Uh-oh. Big spot by good defense. Oh, good play.
Wow, the drama.
You're reminded of the singles we just saw. This time game points, but two.
Yeah, exactly 2018.
Yeah.
20 all.
This would be a huge game to sneak.
Can they carve it out?
Yeah, it would be a huge one to sneak, because in all honesty, the pair from Chinese Taipei have been the better pair throughout the whole game. They've led the whole way.
Oh, it'd be a real dent if they lose it. The momentum has switched at the debt. 3 straight points for the first time to bring up game point here. RANKIREDDY and SHETTY kept their heads about themselves about the game. Kept their heads on. Thank you. So game point opportunity now for RANKIREDDY and SHETTY.
Pressure, attention.
21 all quick time.
The stress is real. 21 all. Still could go either way.
Playing.
Wow. Big smashes.
22-21.
Second game point for the Indians. Can they convert? We saw them play really well against Liang and Wang, where they saved so many match points, showed nerves of steel, but just couldn't convert, couldn't create. Here they have created, now can they convert?
How flat the game's being played. They have.
Game.
Well, on the second game
Game
point,
won by India.
RANKIREDDY and SHETTY
21.
again steal the game of Xu and Wang. It's kind of been the story of this tie so far. 25 minutes and it's the world number 4 is 23-21 up. Over on the warm-up court, SHETTY getting ready for the third match of this tie up against this man, the All England champion, Lin Chun-yi. And, well, again, lots of talking points as to how things will stand when these two take to the court, and they will indeed take to the court. Whether the score line's at 2-0 to India or 1 apiece is what is to be seen.
20 seconds. Hold to 20 seconds. Second game. Love ball. Play.
Second game.
Serve.
Service over.
What do you think was said to this pair, or what do you think they can do to make sure? I mean, they did a lot of it right at the start of the first game. What can they do to make sure?
For the Chinese side paper?
Yeah.
I think the game plan that they're trying to do, or they did, is still the correct one. You don't want to give away too many lifts. Neither pair are looking to do that. I think one thing they just need to be careful of is if they're into the mid-court and they're not really above the shuttle, they could probably go for some softer play. They started to kind of hit it hard through the middle, and the Indians, RANKIREDDY and SHETTY, either of them were cutting those things out, a bit more alert to those shots. So other than that, I think they should just keep the same, but just being a little bit smarter in and around the mid-court.
RANKIREDDY. 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 RANKIREDDY, please ask me for the permission to change shuttle. Okay.
Henry Sakamura telling RANKIREDDY
2-1.
to first ask the umpire's permission before changing the shuttle, and that's fair.
Service over.
I think there's one other thing I would add to the Taipei pair is both RANKIREDDY and SHETTY's defence got a little bit stronger. They were more prepared for the big smashes, so maybe in the attack use a bit more variety.
Yeah.
We saw how effective it was when Chu hit those fast drops. It engaged Wang Qilin at the net, so maybe don't just go for the big. They've gone and done it, but that's worked well because it was such an accurate smash down the line. But a little bit more variety as well when they get the chance to attack, possibly, is something else.
Yeah, because as this game wears on, it will certainly be more difficult for them to keep that kind of power and energy up. Oi.
Sounds like his strings break every time he hits it. It's that loud.
That's over.
He's trying to out-muscle Chu and Wang at the moment. RANKIREDDY.
Yeah. The adrenaline or painkillers or a mixture of...
It's kicked in.
Yeah, it's not showing any worries with that shoulder at the moment. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
Service over.
Because we always know varieties is generally a good thing. The Taipei pair are so strong in the fact they're winning that, but the Indians are starting to push back a bit. So occasionally doing a shot like that, I think, is very effective.
Talked about defending the big smashes, and at that time Chu and Wang did a very good job.
Yeah.
And turned it right back. Gave the Indians a taste of their own medicine. Two-point lead.
Over. 4-5.
I see a little bit of frustration from Wang Qilin.
Yeah, it wasn't the best of serves from him in that. Oh, drive serve. That's ambitious.
5-all.
Back on level terms. And I think that opening game has given them a nice little boost. RANKIREDDY and SHETTY.
Right idea though from RANKIREDDY to try to play the soft shot. I mentioned that a couple of times. I think that's going to be quite crucial as they can lay off into the sides, get chances to get onto the attack, get the lift.
I also find it sometimes quite funny that, you know, 4 of the biggest hitting players on the planet are playing the light, delicate touches. You know, it goes so against the grain.
RANKIREDDY, SHETTY, back on court.
We are starting to see a few more of those softer shots.
Yeah.
I think the adrenaline, I think all 4 men came out absolutely firing.
Ooh, late decision. Yeah.
Service over.
He was giving chase there, RANKIREDDY. Unlike the opening game, that the Indians are just having the edge here in terms of the variety and the mixing it up.
Yeah. The service situation is a bit more neutral as well. Like, there isn't really either pair getting much advantage there.
Chu and Wang were in Ningbo, unlike their opponents 3 weeks ago, and they lost in the first round to Chia and So in the Asian Championships, 15 and 15.
That's a nice shot. Yep, good play from Chu, Singche. That's what I said when you asked me what they could do different. In those mid-court areas, that one, not 100% just push down. Shetty, in that case, had no pace to play off. He either plays the block or the lift, and then they get the chance. So I felt that in the end of that first game, those situations, they were hitting everything, full power, 100% power.
Service over. 8-all.
Too tight to call right now. 8-all.
Service for call. Too high. Service over.
It's been a struggle for the Indians.
9-8.
I think that's 4 calls now where it's too high in this match. Chu and Wang staying ahead.
Service over.
It's tense, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Everyone's trying the smallest of margins to make it work.
Served well, actually, recently is RANKIREDDY.
10.
Really well left by RANKIREDDY. Point lead. Called out. They'll challenge
Indian
it.
challenges. Hold out.
Might have clipped the line.
It was
close.
Wipe the
Yeah,
court,
it was.
please.
but my initial gut reaction was to agree with the linesman.
Yeah, and they've got it right, to be fair to them, most occasions. Much needed water break as well for the players. And look at Rangki Lin, he's just up right at the front of the court, watching the screen with full intent. Yeah, it is out. So the line judge had it right. They're down a challenge.
Unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
It's 10-0.
Service over.
The serve really has been a very sort of a determining factor in this match.
Service over.
Lovely return. Good alertness from RANKIREDDY. So, 11-10 at the break. And it's RANKIREDDY and SHETTY who are just about staying ahead. We've had 12 minutes of play in game 2.
Seconds. Court to 20 seconds. Coaches, return to your chairs. Coach, return to your chairs. SETI, RANKIREDDY, back on court. Eleven, 10. Play.
So, 11-10 it is in the second game in favor of the Indians, the higher-ranked Indians.
Nice. Good play. There was that slightly softer one.
10.
That one there that forced a lift. And if you give RANKIREDDY a chance at the back with SHETTY at the net, and very hard to get away from them to survive those situations.
They've got a 2-point lead for the
There's
first
a
time.
soft one, I like it. Really good play.
Yeah, the variety that they're showing,
Yeah.
I think has been what is the difference between these two. Oh, it was really tight. I mean, look at that.
The service situation has become less about the fast flats and more about it's still flat, but the softer ones. And as a result, it's still very close between them. But overall, RANKIREDDY and SHETTY are winning those battles now.
13-10.
That's, for me, I see the big difference in the second game. So I was trying to say good serve, but it clipped the net.
Service over.
Stop this
11,
3-point run for RANKIREDDY and SHETTY.
Yeah, nice.
You read that very well.
We did.
Service over. 14-11.
And you know, these short points are definitely helping them to sort of regain.
Yeah, it's harder for the you know, Wang and Chua can't get into a rhythm. They can't claw points back. But again, it was another soft one out to the side, or another softer return. Another good serve from RANKIREDDY, actually.
Service over. 12-14.
That's nice from Wang Qilin. He took on that battle and won it.
Super.
It's the same battle it's always been. It is in doubles most of the time, the battle for the serve situation, but the way it's presenting has completely shifted. Whereas before we saw every return kind of like push through the server and flat through the middle. Now we're starting to see a bit more expansive.
Wow. He's very quiet given the noise around him. Little baby.
Oh. It is very loud in here, isn't it, actually, with the horns going off. I think that's mainly coming from their teammates.
Yeah. Chinese Taipei and specifically. Yeah. At least 3 horns.
It's quite funny because they've usually been playing all this serene music all week, but they've opted for a different tune today. That's nice.
Oh, lovely.
That's excellent
That's
play.
really the lightest of touches.
15-14.
But look at this, it's a 4-point run.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you.
Being a big credit to the Chu and Wang. They've done a little bit to what RANKIREDDY SHETTY did in the first game, where they were down, but they kept it close. Never let it get away too much.
Take the lead again for the first time since 9-8 in this game. Had to tumble himself,
Challenges hold out.
but he got out of the way. In the end, RANKIREDDY, there's a tumbling movement. Chinese Taipei have challenged it, it's called out. Yeah, it's out.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining.
I'll be very happy that he got out in the end
Service over.
without getting caught by the shuttle. RANKIREDDY.
15-all.
Because it's 15-all now. Stops the 4-point run by Xu and Wang.
I'm not sure whether those service faults that have gone against SHETTY have just thrown his confidence slightly. You get faulted once, it's okay. He's, I think, faulted 3 or 4 times, and every time you got the serve, that's in the back of your mind, and it can just throw you. RANKIREDDY moved very quickly on that serve.
They've sort of pushed themselves into a corner there.
16.
Xu and Wang, with little choice but to lift.
Once you're in this situation, you're not going to come out on top too often.
It was a matter of time. 16-all. 5 points away are either RANKIREDDY and SHETTY to a famous win, or Xu and Wang pushing to a decider.
Oh, fence. Wow.
17.
Went for the body smash at the end. Look at Xu. So they take the lead. They need 4 points to push the scoreline to 2-0 in favor of India. RANKIREDDY and SHETTY. Yeah. Easy
Over.
pickings there by Xu and Wang.
17-all.
Very much alive in this men's doubles tie. momentum in this match. And that's what close contests are all about.
Shetty is so good. When he's in full flow at the front, he's one of the best. Very hard to get it away from him.
And RANKIREDDY set him up nicely there. And I think that's also something that he was hesitating at the start of this match to go for the bigger shots.
Yeah, he was, yeah. RANKIREDDY maybe a little bit concerned or worried over his shoulder. And I think that's where Shetty's he's more confident in RANKIREDDY's smashing as well, and he's pushing himself up.
Oh,
wow, great defense. How did the Indians get themselves out of that one?
It was all about that defensive shot from the floor, wasn't it?
It was their defense getting back one more extra smash that kept them in the first game.
They need 2 more points to go 2-0 up in there. With Chu and Wang hot on their tail, just a point behind.
That's nice again from Chu. Good play, good play.
Service over. 19.
Fantastic men's doubles, isn't it? Elevated by the team event environment and what's on the line in the bigger picture. Good serve from Chu.
Oi!
It's so flat. No one wants to lift it. That's a nice shot.
Oh, he saved it again.
That's clever.
Oh, the softer shot.
Yes.
Brings up game point for Chu and Wang.
That's the first time we've seen Wang Qilin
19.
do a slice, something different than a full power in that situation. And we've been on court 50 minutes. It's taken him that long, but he's done it. Unbelievable.
Yeah. And I think they learned from the last point where they went for the big smash and it came back.
That one.
Yeah.
Well, he did 2 actually, because he did another one here.
And that's the softer one.
Look how deep RANKIREDDY is. That's a perfect shot from Wang Qilin.
So, game point opportunity for Chu and Wang. Remember, they had 2 in the opening game that got saved. They really need to convert here to push for the decider.
Huge pressure on this situation. Oh, wow.
They do it. Chu and Wang.
Only fitting that we go to 3 games.
Absolutely.
21-19. 1 game.
And so, we're going to a deciding game in this first men's doubles. It's come down once more to the wire. After Chu and Wang take it 21-19 in the second, we've had 51 minutes of play.
2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds. Final game.
His third and final game here in this first men's doubles. And that's after Chu and Wang again took the very tightly contested second game, 21-19. It's been very small margins.
Yes. I think before this match, I felt this could happen, despite the previous head-to-heads.
Chinese Taipei challenges, hold out.
Yeah. And it's been this, you know, we kind of said it, you and me, Ben, that the first two matches, that's where the tie can be won or lost. And, you know, this is really a must-win for Chinese Taipei.
Yeah, I 100% agree. The next singles to come.
One challenge remaining.
They have the All England champion Lin Chunyi.
Service over.